I'm William's mum and he's my 17-year-old son. William is an interesting mixture. He's very lively, full of energy, has special interests in things, and is also quite brave.
William is my 17-year-old big brother and he's loud and sings a lot. William's got a disease called Citrullinemia, which is where protein in your body doesn't break down properly, which causes his blood to get a poison in it. And when this poison builds up, it makes him vomit or have like seizures. So we have to take him into hospital, which I suppose is a bit different from other people's lives. And other things that he's got since he's been born are brain damage and ADHD and ODD, but I'm not really sure what that one is. On a day-to-day basis, William can change his mood several times. He can wake up in the morning being angry about going to school, and then by lunchtime he can be singing and dancing around the house, but it's how it's always been and I love it.
William likes to have a set routine. He likes to know when things are going to happen, so he'll have his breakfast, which he needs help with, and he has to have lots of medication first thing in the morning, so you need to encourage him. And then he'll have a normal morning. He'll go to school on the bus or he'll do things at home, and then the medicines happen 4 times a day and we fit everything around them along with his special diet. We love cooking together. He's got really good at that. He's learning to slice, but other than the slicing he doesn't have trouble with it, and he will like to do the same recipes, and we love going to the theatre together and singing.
A normal day consists of about 5 sets of medicines, which if he didn't have, his body wouldn't be able to function. And there's a lot of arguments or tantrums, you could say, when he doesn't want to do things that he has to do, and he needs a lot of support to do the things that he needs to do.
Although he's 17, we have to remember that he's more like 6 because of his disease, so you have to think of things that he might like to do even though he's 17 that are a bit younger, and he has to travel with his medicines. If he goes on holiday, you have to let the nearest hospital know that he's there, and it's things like that. And if he goes somewhere where he's going to eat, you have to measure the protein.
So, at the weekends, a little birdie told me that you like going on the train to London.
Yep.
Oh, what do you do in London?
Well, underground.
Oh, what stations do you like?
Oh, Bakerloo, my favourite.
Why do you like the trains?
Oh, they're well fast. Oh, including the Javelin trains. Oh, I remember those dirty old slum doors.
Oh, they're the loud trains.
Oh, those were the days.
My best pirate is...
Will Turner.
Yeah, who's he from? Pirates of the...
Caribbean.
Yeah, and so's Captain Barbossa.
Captain Barbossa. Jack Sparrow is a pirate.
He is a good pirate.
He is a good pirate.
He likes to...
Fight.
Ah, with Will Turner? That's not good, is it? They can't go around fighting. Then you
see Jack Sparrow in jail.
Because he is
Bad
man. All of a sudden
Will Turner
comes by and
helps to get Jack off jail.
out of jail. Cool! You're such a good reader. Did you know that? High five me.
Tell me, when did you find out William had citrullinemia?
It was when he was just 3 days old, and we were really lucky because a doctor down at our local hospital had seen it before. It's so rare that often it's not picked up, but she had seen it, and we were very quickly transferred to London. I didn't know anything about citrullinemia, but I knew that there were a group of diseases called metabolic diseases, as a friend had one. So I almost knew a little bit too much about that, but I didn't realise how many sorts there were.
How did you feel when you found out William had citrullinemia?
Well, it was strange because it was sort of a disbelief, but I was glad to be listened to because I knew something was wrong that morning. And it's a bit like a grieving process because you grieve for what you might have had, but then you start to learn to live with the disease, and then you forget the disease and you think about the person.
How has life changed since having William?
Well, I suppose people would always say it's different once you've had a child and he's our first, but for him, we didn't know any different, so we've just had the medicines and dealt with that. We've had the diet and dealt with that. The stranger thing was having a second child who didn't need all the stuff, really. For now, children with what he has are doing much better than they did 20 years ago. Most of them are in middle or young adulthood, and you just see how you go. But because he stopped growing, it's a bit easier, he's more stable, so it's managing things like his life and his learning disability more at the moment.
I love him lots.